All right, welcome back to the Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 107. I'm here with Ken, SSKPromo, Mr. Bill, Seasonal Santa, and I am Cory from Grams and Pops Vintage. What are we talking about today, Ken?
What's up, Cory? Good morning, man.
Well, it is morning. We're back in the mornings, so
we're recording in the morning today because we didn't get to record last week because of 4th of July, but it's also Christmas in July, seasonal Santa season. It's actually today. Okay, right now we're gonna say it's 9:08 a.m. July the
8:08 my
7th,
time, normal time.
8:08 normal time, Eastern time, 9:08 on July 7th. It's officially Santa beard season. I'm going to ready? On your mark, get set, go. Okay, there. I just started growing my Santa beard for the season. I had to be a little bit festive today with that. I got this shirt, this like Santa Hawaiian shirt. He's surfing, Rudolph surfing. He's out hanging out by the palm trees because I'm not done with summer. And this shirt says
I got out of the bed this morning.
Yeah,
like I got up early because I knew I was going to need a little it was rough getting back into the morning recording routine. So I got up a little bit early, and I was convinced that was going to be the worst part of my day.
Getting out of bed,
early,
or that I was going to be festive in July.
I had no idea you were going to bring this crap. So you have officially topped the worst part of the day now. So getting up wasn't so bad.
Hey,
it's already improving.
It can only go up from here.
And it was rough because I tried to go to bed last night, or we got home probably 9:30, and I started kind of getting ready to go to bed and winding down for the night. And then I wanted to grab a snack before bed, and I try not to eat anything too bad before bed because I don't want to stay up all night.
And all you had was Christmas cookies?
I grabbed a pack of graham crackers. Because Teresa had made some desserts for 4th of July. We had leftover graham crackers.
Okay.
I didn't realize they were full of honey and sugar. So now I'm all hopped up on graham crackers trying to sleep at night.
At 10 o'clock at night.
Didn't work. So I was up all night anyway. So getting up was difficult, and then you've made it more difficult for me. So,
well, good. I'm glad I could be, at least part of your day, even though it's the worst part so far. Now you can build. You can build from here.
It's all uphill from here. I like this.
It is. There you go. But so seasonal Santa, we'll check in. Well, not every week. You'll just see me every week. If you're just listening to this, and we appreciate all the listens over there. We're well over 20,000 listens on the audio side. If you're listening on Spotify or iTunes or wherever you listen to audio podcasts, you're probably going to find the Reseller Clickbait Podcast. But jump over to YouTube, check out my festive attire for the day, which I'm going to take this because this hat is actually hot. This is like it
looks knit.
But I thought I'd wear my, it's, I don't know, real fuzzy.
Looks like one of those British guard hats.
Just with the ball, just with the Santa ball on top.
It's just their Christmas uniform.
I'd wear my Santa glasses. But I'm gonna.
That's why I don't like that hat. You got the red coats are coming right after 4th of July. That's not a good hat. The beard was looking good though. I did catch your Christmas in July whatnot the other day, and you had your beard all kind of combed out, and it's starting to look like Santa beard.
I brushed it all out, puffed it out. I asked Joe. I was trying to decide for that whatnot show. Did I want to just like right now it's all brushed down. And so I come out and I said, okay, Jill, this look right here. And then I go in and I brush it all out and I come out and I say, or this look. And she's like, what? I don't, what's different? I don't get it. It's like, you can't tell that I brushed my beard all out and poofed it all out. And,
see, I trimmed mine this morning. I had extra time since I didn't sleep much, thanks to some graham crackers that I shaved mine down a little bit. So I'm looking nice and trim, and I think I'll keep mine that way because we've got a lot of summer left. That's going to get hot.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's the thing with the Santa beard. because I commit to this whole thing, and everybody's heard this story 100 times, but when I get up to Thanksgiving time, I bleach out everything, my hair, my eyebrows. If you want to see, a Santa beard reveal from last year, go check out some old episodes. Or if you're new to the channel, just hang out, wait around for another few months, and I will be in full Santa mode. I am right now. Anyway, Christmas in July, although the Christmas movies are playing on the Hallmark Channel and the Great American Family Channel. So the TVs, set the dial and rip the knob off
from here.
And well, no, for you, maybe for a non-festive guy like Cory, as it gets closer, but we are what? We're starting the third quarter.
There's festive, and then there's like Funny Farm festive. and Christmas in July is moving directly into the Funny Farm festive.
Well, it's another opportunity for the Christmas juggernaut to sell some more stuff, which we did that. That Whatnot show.
You said November, your hairstylist comes over and you start bleaching, right?
Yes, not till like Thanksgiving weekend. That usually the weekend of Thanksgiving is when I do the full bleaching, and from the neck up. Just from the neck up is where
that's when your sister gets to tell everybody that she's coming over to bleach her butthole.
Wow! Shout out to my sister for her commitment. But Cory, I do before we get into Christmas. We're going to be done probably with Christmas in this episode. I just wanted to, like I say, show that I'm festive. It is the official July 4th weekend.
And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming because I know when beard season starts. This is an annual thing. This isn't new.
Yes. So you get a whole what, 6 months here, 5 months, 6 months of just me being festive about stuff and talking about Christmas. And like I said, we did that. My whole month of Whatnot shows, self-promotion here, is all Christmas in July stuff. We're going to do one with a whole bunch of like ugly Christmas sweaters. We have in a couple weeks a mystery gift show, which is going to be fun. And then round out the month with, I'm not sure yet. I know we're doing a Foodie Friday at the end of the month, and we're going to do some Christmas stuff with that. And so it's going to be fun.
I will do my very best to be the opposite of Christmas so that it doesn't feel like a Christmas show. Like I will do my best to hold down the non-Christmas.
You don't even have to try though, Cory. I think if you just said I have to
try very hard because normally I'm a very festive guy.
Really?
Well, by my standards.
You know how they have
in my family, I'm the happy one.
Oh man, I can just see that reunion. It's
we just get together once a year to scout.
You know how they say like people have like a resting bitch face. They have like you have like a resting non-festive face, Cory.
It's not resting. I keep it active. Keep it active.
But I did want to cover something while we're still talking here about summer and we're kind of at the end of 4th of July weekend. Probably the biggest topic that I have seen, or it was a buzz on about every channel that I watched. I had several people contacting me directly. They couldn't wait for this episode, wanting to know, did Ken win the Fam Jam 4th of July putt? Well, here's what I got to say though. If you look around at my area right here, you're not. Oh, wait, that's because it's right here. It is right here. Once again, 4-time Fam Jam family putt.
So I'm gonna go ahead and make the screen big here for a minute.
Okay. All right. What you got? Okay.
But not yours. We need to make my screen big. How do I make my screen big?
Click on the little thing beside your here. I would do it. There you go.
Okay. So I get this text. and it basically is Ken here showing me this trophy. It's hard to read on there. But it
Yeah,
says
you can't.
four-time undisputed Fam Jam 4th of July putt-putt champion. To which I replied, "This is what happens when men play in women's sports." That was our whole conversation from the other day.
That was it.
We've really got to get your family to step it up a little bit. You can't keep bringing that thing home. It's just embarrassing at this point.
Well, we did have some good. It was good competition this year. My brother and my dad were close. Were close to me, like even going into the last few holes, and both of them kind of punked out. They tanked out. They had a couple of bad holes, and I was just steady. I shot even par for the course, which was I think it's like 46 was the total even par. I think it's like 23 on each of the hole or each of the sides or whatever. So without even a hole in one.
We have one of you in our family. We do. We have like my son-in-law. He's ultra competitive. He's super competitive in everything.
Okay. Well, I'm competitive, but I'm not over the top competitive. I enjoy just the game. I enjoy play, win or lose. Now I'm always going to play to win, but I'm not a big stickler for the rules. I understand that it's a
the ball
family
on your
fun
dad
game.
when you won.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Every now and then.
You're that guy.
And I was very humble in my receiving of the trophy. Although I'm the one that presents the trophy, and I get all the scorecards at the end, and I figure them all out, and then I run down to the scores from the. I should do that. Shoot off my own fireworks as I'm. But
just
I
walk
did
around throwing those snaps down.
A little, yeah. Those little poppers that have like the little confetti in them.
Yep.
I just shoot them out. I did when I was going to present the award, I read from the lowest scores up to the.
You were presenting the award to yourself?
Well, yeah. I'm the kind of the commissioner of the whole event. So I do all the totaling of the scores. And
I'm not sure how long this podcast is going to continue on because I dislike you more every time you talk about that. You presented an award to yourself.
I did. Well, but I made it seem like that my dad may have won because everybody kind of knew when we were playing that, the scores were really close and we would update. Oh, what'd you get on that hole? What'd you get? And very close. So when I went to present the award, I got up and I walked over towards my dad with the trophy. And I was like, and so I present to you the 4-time undisputed champion. That was so the whole family's groaning
go
over there
someday
because
you keep messing with those people.
I need to, I don't know. Can't help it that everybody, like I say, it was probably closer this year than it has been any year. Usually I pretty much dominate, but I don't know whether I was off my game or they were just super hyped. But we also did a thing
and train with the Bill clan and get them trained up before next year because somebody's got to take that away from Ken. His head's getting way too big.
Well, my sister, they had even went to the course and practice like the last Friday, like the Friday before, and they were excited, they were geared up, they were ready to go. But we also we added another kind of little competition to it. Was there were 8 of us that were playing this year. So we played in groups of 4 and 4. And we decided in those 2 groups that we picked like team captain or whatever. And so it was their team then against our team. And we knew when we were getting back to my aunt's house, because we went over to my aunt's and had food. Oh, I need to talk about that too. We went over and we had some food. And then we went down the street because it's just right at the end of the street where the putt-putt is.
Yep. And
we played putt-putt, and then we knew when we came back, we were having desserts. And part of the dessert was she had some like red, white, and blue ice cream. I'm not even sure what flavor it was. And she had some festive ice cream cones and sprinkles and stuff that you could put on it. But what it had to be was the losing team in putt-putt had to make the ice cream cones for the winning team. That was our bet. was.
From all I've heard, I wouldn't allow that to happen if I was you. You're going to end up with a whole cone full of laxative. Your family's going to revolt on you someday.
It was, well, my team won as well. So it was nice to sit there with my trophy in hand, just licking my ice cream cone and enjoying a nice 4th of July with my family. But here's what I'm saying. So we went to my aunt's I'm feeling a little like empty inside. I'm feeling a little bit like ripped off in this whole 4th of July season, if you will. It's still 4th of July weekend right now, right? I mean,
it is.
Even though the holiday was
on here
Thursday. Oh yeah, there was tons of fireworks.
You know what I liked about 4th of July the most out of everything?
What is it? Going
on Facebook and watching everybody complain about their dogs not liking 4th of July and the fireworks are too much. I love this time of year just to go on and read those posts.
Yeah. And see, yeah. Well, you know what? Okay. I love fireworks. I love setting off fireworks. I love watching fireworks. I like to go to the big, the city displays.
Anytime you blow something up, it's a good day.
Oh, it is. But I also feel that there's an appropriate time for fireworks. During the day, you got some, firecrackers and stuff going off. At night, like as it's getting dark and shortly after dark is a good time for fireworks, right? I mean,
when are you saying the cutoff is?
Well, I don't know that there's really actually a cutoff, but I'm talking to Jill like Friday night, I think that it was. And it was 20 till 1 in the morning. And there's still just a constant barrage of boom, 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 boom. And then I get myself ready for bed. I'm in bed. I'm laying there. It's now 1:30, 20 till 2 in the morning, and there's still fireworks going off. Yep. And it's like, now maybe I was mentioning that to my brother. I was like, okay, I think there's an appropriate time. That was exactly. He's like,
I am too. I get it, but they lit fireworks at our neighbor's house till probably 3 or 4 in the morning, and they're literally like not far from our window where they're lighting them in this big open field by our house here. 3, 4 in the morning, they were lighting fireworks still. They were just going crazy over there. But I never get mad when it's 4th of July time for fireworks. Like you just lay in bed and go to sleep to visions of eagles in America. Blow them up, boys. That's what I say. I love it.
It's yeah, I'm probably just old, but I guess in the comments here, let's see, is there an appropriate cutoff time for fireworks?
Well, I think our audience is fairly old like we are, so I think we're going to have a bunch of people buying Thunder shirts for their dogs and wanting you to stop at like 6 p.m. in time for their bologna sandwich, but that could be just me. Like I said, I love this time of year because Facebook just lights up. Like it's all the Karens come out on Facebook about 4th of July, and I love it.
I know Jill, makes the points. She likes fireworks and stuff too, but she only thinks if you're going to do like a big display in your backyard, maybe talk to the neighbors and say, hey, we're having a big picnic tonight, and we're just
you're literally celebrating America's independence, and you want to make rules. F you guys.
I saw a cool meme. I forget, it was on somebody's Instagram, and I know, shout out to Mike January House. That's where I saw it. But it was a picture of George Washington on his horse with his sword raised in the air, and the text said, have fun at work tomorrow, England. And celebrating our
There's
independence.
Always a lot of good 4th of July memes.
Yeah. It was, but it was fun. Oh, I didn't get to where I feel ripped off though. I'm going to try to remedy this today since it's still kind of 4th of July weekend. I have not had one hot dog, not one hot dog over the 4th of July. We went to my aunt's house for the 4th of July, and because it was going to be off and on rainy all day, they didn't want to like get the grill and stuff out and do all of that. So they made some killer pulled pork. We had pulled pork sandwiches with different barbecue sauces, and we had the macaroni salad and chips and everything. Oh, and not one baked bean. I have not had one baked bean yet.
I didn't have any of that either.
Hot dog.
We had a big shrimp boil. like potatoes and corn and shrimp and kielbasa and all kinds of stuff, and just throw it in a big pot.
I always think of shrimp boil, though. We've always done stuff like that, like in the fall time, not necessarily a summer. But if there was a shrimp boil right in front of me today, man, I would be digging into that because
it was good.
I love
it was a good
shrimp
time.
Boil.
We just dump everything out on the big table, big cookie sheets across the big table, and it was good.
Dig in a little Old Bay. Do you boil it with a bunch of Old Bay?
Yeah, there's like seasoning bags they throw in it. I don't even know what's all in it, but it tastes good. So, except the kielbasa, like the sausage they put in there, for the next 12 hours, every time you burp, you retaste that sausage. Like it's the most. It was bad on the way home.
That keeps on giving.
Every time Teresa or I had to burp, we had to roll down our window because it just stunk the whole car, like a burp. The worst burps ever.
The old shrimp boil burp. We're gonna put that right up there at the top of the worst
sausage burps.
That's funny, but I need to have a hot dog. I don't know. I don't think 4th of July for me.
Well, I'll have one with you because we didn't have one either. So for lunch today, why don't we both have a hot dog?
We will do it. I'll throw some in. I don't know if I'm gonna get a grill out. I might just do them in the air fryer, which a lot of times is just as good as a grilled hot dog because it kind of has that same feel to it. Or I might see if the family, my family
might even
is
go out and blow something up today. We might just stop and buy fireworks just to blow something up because I know now that it's the 7th today, so we're a few days past the 4th of July, and lighting fireworks past the 4th of July just really drives those ladies crazy. So I might blow a few things up today.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. I was at Jill's last evening, and in her neighborhood, there were several people that were just blowing them up, and it was cool. When I was driving home, I always like driving home at night.
Because they're everywhere.
And there, you just see them off in the distance everywhere, especially, because I'm coming from Jill's, I'm driving on, the highway more than just residential streets, and you could just see them off in the distance. It's just a fun time.
It was cool driving out here because there's like 4 lakes around us, and they all do their own display.
Yeah.
And they're all like big fireworks. So you could see them from a long ways off. So driving home on the 4th of July that evening, we got to watch like 4 grand finales all happening close to the same time.
Yeah.
It was really cool to drive home and see it. But yeah, none of ours would get shot off too late in the evening just because we're old. We like to go to bed too. So there wouldn't be no 2:00 fireworks for us, but having other people shoot them off at that time never bothered. Our dogs hate it too. Like our dogs would just run in and they want to sleep in the bedroom, but that's their problem. Yeah. They're not sophisticated. They don't understand. They'll get over it though.
So we were talking about, we went out to dinner with friends last night, and I was talking about that, how I hadn't had one hot dog yet. And so then that led to the discussion of what's the perfect hot dog? Like what's the perfect 4th of July hot dog? What's on it? How's it grilled? So are you one of these guys that likes, some people like their hot dogs like almost black when they're on the grill. They like them like way overdone, or are you just
almost just for sissies? I want it black and split in 2. Like it's got to be cooked until it explodes.
Really?
Yep. It's got to have the crust on it. It's got to be black.
No, to me, that's overdone. I'll eat a hot dog that's black, especially like if you're doing them over like a campfire, they get black. I probably take lots of pains.
Same way with the
doing my campfire
with the marshmallows. You cook a marshmallow till it's black?
No, toasty golden brown, just a little bit like that, little bit crispy, just golden brown. Man, I take a lot of time by an open fire with my food. I'm holding it way up.
We should get it right in there. If it ain't on fire, it ain't even cooking yet.
I see, and then I always have to tell when you say on fire with marshmallows, I always tell my marshmallow story when I'm around with somebody by a fire. Years ago, we were at this big bonfire thing, and I was roasting marshmallows. I don't know how old I was. Probably might have been 12, 13, 14.
Oh, so years and years and years ago.
Yeah, many, many years ago, when most people were still just cooking over an open flame, out in the yard. Cavemen we were taking down our own food and we were cooking it on the open fire. But so I keep putting this marshmallow in there, and it catches on, it would catch on fire, and I'd pull it up real quick, and put it out, and then you get it just close and it would catch on fire. I pull it out. Well, about the third time I put it up, and I don't even like my marshmallows like that. That's why I was trying to flip it up and blow it out real quick before it got done. So the third time I go to flip it up, and it comes off of the stick and right onto my face on fire, this marshmallow. So, naturally I reach up real quick and, I'm pulling it off. So now like all of my fingertips are burnt from this, melty, hot, molten lava marshmallow. My face is all burnt, like right below. It's one of those things where it's like, if it would have been another half an inch higher, I'd have probably been blind in that eye. But I was lucky it hit the top of my cheek.
Yourself.
So that just kind of like made the whole rest of the evening non-festive, non-fun. Well, I don't think it was a holiday. I think it was just a regular cookout. But yeah, I stick this marshmallow, and I keep doing that.
So that's what it takes. And you have to burn your face and your hand to make you non-festive. That's what it takes?
That's what it is, yes.
Per day? So
hopefully.
We just got to fling some flaming marshmallows at your face.
Kids, no longer, it's the Christmas season. Let's start chucking.
Seems excessive.
But yeah, so that was fingertips are all burnt, face is burnt, and
no,
so
I think we just
it always bothers me. I have like flashbacks whenever I'm like at a fire and I see somebody,
I would too.
And people pulling that up and blowing that out. Then I have to tell the marshmallow story.
I mean, you were 12 and you were already just about ready to mess up your Santa beard.
I was. I probably had one at 12. I grow I've talked to some other Santas that, have a beard, and they have their beard all year long, because if they shaved it off, it takes them so long to grow a beard. And,
I can't imagine how long it would take me to grow that.
I get a pretty decent beard. I mean, it's out and it's full. Stick around for another couple of months here if you're new to the show. And
mine fills in, but it never really gets long. And if it starts getting long, I tend to trim it off because I just don't like it being long.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could grow a long beard. But no, the hot dogs and the marshmallows, if they're not black, they're not done. Like, they have to be charcoal. And I think it's just a taste we acquired and grew up with. I don't know. We were poor, so maybe that was our parents' way of deworming us as they fed us as well. They just charcoal everything. So it was medicinal.
Deworming you? Was that a problem in your house?
It could have been. With 3 boys, we all ate like we had a tapeworm.
Okay, so you got a totally black split open hot dog, and I've got kind of just like a golden brown hot dog. What's your how are you topping this dog? Like, what's your favorite toppings? How are you dressing, if you will, this dog?
It gets 1 line of mustard, and that's it.
That's it.
One line. That's it.
I like, if all the fixins are there. But onions, I like onions. I can eat just a plain grilled hot dog, just on the bun, boom, just eat it that way. But I'm always going to put mustard and onions most of the time. If ketchup, I'll put ketchup on there.
See, I like all that stuff.
Relish,
I don't know. If I'm taking a hot dog, I'm already hungry. I don't want to wait to put all that stuff on it. So just a line of mustard gets it done, and you can get at it.
And then you're eating. So it's more of a timing issue for you. It's
efficiency. Yeah.
You should not be in such a hurry to enjoy that hot dog, Cory. It's to go.
You got to get the food while you can in my house.
It got coney sauce on there too. Sometimes we'll make up a big thing of coney sauce. What do you mean? What's coney sauce?
Yeah.
What, you don't know what coney sauce is?
I don't know what coney is.
How would you not know?
Like ice cream sauce?
No. No, like a chili sauce, like a meat sauce. A coney, come on now. A coney dog. You've never had a coney dog. What do you have? What do you call it then? Or what is it that's with the meat sauce or the...
Meat is not sauce.
Well, it is. It's usually like some people have beans in there. Some people like...
We call it chili.
No, you call it chili sauce. Well, if it has beans...
No, I don't call it chili sauce. Chili's not sauce either. We call it chili. We call it meat. And then there's things called sauce.
You're a chili dog. You're a chili. You would say, I'm having a chili dog.
No,
Which
I
is
wouldn't
totally
have a chili
wrong.
dog. Well,
Okay.
I've had chili dogs. I don't mind them, but it's like a can of Hormel chili, just right on the dog.
No. Coney. Oh, come on. Somebody's had, okay, in the comments, is it a Coney dog?
I'm
Is
so
it a
confused
chili
at what's
dog?
happening right now.
What? No, you never had
Are
a
they
foot
calling
long
chili
Coney.
Coney sauce? Is
Well,
that what you're
it
saying?
depends on how it's made. Okay, now you're Corey, entertain the people while I look up what a Coney.
I think I've opened a can of worms here and I didn't even know it.
Or a
Seriously, I have no
Coney.
idea what Coney sauce is. It sounds like it's just chili and people are just calling it Coney sauce to be fancy.
Okay. The consistency of Coney sauce is totally different. It is much thicker, close to an Italian. I don't even know what that word is. Bolognese sauce. It's different flavor. Okay. Coney is more of a condiment than a dish. Chili is thick, filling, and can stand and remain on its own. Here, what's the difference between chili and Coney sauce? There might seem like different names for the same style of hot dog, but Coney Island dogs are smothered with a meat sauce that's not exactly chili, plus onions and yellow
Every time
mustard.
you say
Chili
that,
dogs
I
can be tucked.
feel like I'm gonna puke in my mouth a little bit.
You honestly
what the hell
have
is a
not
meat
heard.
sauce?
You honestly have never
It's like
heard of a
pureed
Coney
meat.
dog.
No.
That's
It sounds like
because you
pureed
live out
meat,
in the
which is
middle of.
nasty.
No, it's. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just Coney sauce. I just figured everybody knew what a Coney
It's like
dog
chili,
was,
but
or
it's
a
made
Coney
with
sauce.
refried beans instead of.
No, it's
like
no, it's what some people see. I don't like chili. I don't like chili. I don't like chili beans. I don't like any sort of beans. So when that's, I will always ask someplace if their chili dogs or their Coney dogs have beans in them, because to me a chili dog has like the
you
chili
really
on
go
it has
to
the
a
beans.
place that serves a chili dog and you ask them if their chili dog has beans in it. If it doesn't have beans, it's not a chili dog.
Well, no, it depends on how they name it, because some people call them a chili dog and some people call them okay, you don't go like at your local ice cream place. Like you go down to Dairy Queen or any Dairy Queen has Coney dogs or
no,
chili.
they don't.
I don't
they
know
have
what
a
they
chili
call
dog.
Okay, they have a chili dog. That's pretty much the same thing as a Coney dog. Maybe it's regional where what people
It might
call
be.
it.
I've never heard of it. I've heard of like Coney Island. Is it because it's from that area?
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, Coney Island hot dogs are famous hot dogs, and the way that they fix them. Coney sauce has many seasonings related to the same traditional seasonings of chili, but is usually made with ground beef and much looser than. I guess we're not going to get anywhere.
Chili is made with ground beef.
Like if you go down to my local ice cream place, shout out to the Jersey ice cream. Hey, they're celebrating their 75th year this year. Not that anybody, I mean, it's a local ice cream place to us, kind of like a Dairy Queen, but you walk up out front, to the window out front, order your ice cream. It's not like an inside establishment. And
kind of like a Zestos.
You get like a foot-long Coney. I have not.
Zestos they're kind of a local ice cream place around here. It's like you just walk up to the building and order. They don't have. It's not a drive-through or sit-in place. You just walk up.
That's in Jersey's the Jersey. It's not a chain or anything. It's just like the one that's been around for forever. But yeah, you go up and you order a foot-long Coney.
Now I feel like I got to find somebody that has a Coney dog that's basically just ground up. It's pureed meat. Sounds gross, but I got to try it.
No, it's man, come to Ohio, Corey. We'll go up to the Jersey, and we'll get because they make their own sauce there. They make their own Coney sauce.
You know how disappointed I would be if I came all the way to Hawaii. If I came all the way to Ohio, and you took me out and just got me a normal old chili dog, because that's what it sounds like it is. But
no, it's not going to have
your
chili in it there.
Or your Coney dog in your case. Do you put cheese on top?
No, not
See,
usually.
They do.
You think this is Skyline chili?
No, but chili dog with like the cheese sauce on top. That's good.
No.
Chili cheese dogs.
No, we're okay. we're gonna. I guess I would have never even thought that nobody had ever heard of a coney
I've never
dog.
heard
So
coney sauce. I don't know what that is.
It might be regional.
I still don't think I know what it is because it sounds like chili.
I was trying to look up Coney's. I was trying to, maybe I can find a, yeah, it's like you can go to the store also, hot dog. Well, sometimes they call it hot dog chili sauce. Yeah, and usually it's called a chili sauce if you're buying it in a can at the store. But it's,
yeah, they call it Hormel.
Some of it don't have beans in it, or maybe the beans are so ground up within the mix that it's not like physical beans on there. Because I'm not going to eat it if it has physical beans on there. Because yuck. Anyway, I don't know. We're totally off. Yeah, this is totally off the rails. We were going to talk about something.
They just call it Hormel's chili here, and you get it, and we make all kinds of things. Like we make chip dip out of it. You put it and cheese sauce together, and you just make chip dip for Fritos. You use it for toppings for hot dogs. Use it like it's just Hormel chili.
Yeah, I've seen that, but yes, I can see that right here. I'm looking on the.
I'm going to just start next time Tracy gets the Hormel chili out for like a hot dog or something. I'm going to say, "Oh, you got the coney sauce." She's going to be like, "What are you talking about?"
Well, it's actually see, then at that point, Hormel's is a chili sauce, though. I don't know.
It's coney sauce. What are you talking about?
I'm totally off my game because around here, everybody's going to know exactly what coney sauce is. There's no.
I could just about bet if you did a 10 out of 10 questionnaire in Main Street, Madison, South Dakota.
Okay.
You might find one person everybody's heard of Coney, like Coney Island.
Yeah, Coney Island and the Coney Island sauce.
Nobody's going to know what Coney sauce is. They're going to think you work for the sewer system or something. They're not going to know what that is. If you said, like, have you had the Madison sauce? They'll be, what are you talking about?
I don't. I have no clue. Okay, well.
Should we talk about reselling?
I like that. Well,
should we resell some coney sauce?
Some coney sauce, yeah. Maybe apparently it's not worldwide known. Maybe I should start.
This is why I
should go down
podcast.
to the Jersey, bottle their stuff up.
I just find all kinds of bucket list items. Now I have a new bucket list item. Try coney sauce.
You need to go to your ice cream shop and see if you ordered a coney dog, if they would look at you and say what, or if they
would just tell me to leave. They wouldn't even ask. They would just tell me, get out of here. Just get.
We don't put up with that kind of stuff around here.
This ain't New York
Yeah, we were
City.
going to talk about reselling. It's because it's the third quarter. We are in the 1st of July here, and it is the third quarter, which is usually, people talking about summer slowdowns and stuff. Of course, there was an eBay did their summer seller update.
Oh, the big
which,
one.
Was much ado about nothing, I guess.
I don't even know if it was much ado. It kind of came and went without anybody even knowing it. I mean, it was just
not a lot of talk about that. Mostly it seemed like the biggest changes.
It was just nothing.
They were talking about they made it easier for you to spend more money. Redesigned the marketing tab, a redesigned marketing tab.
I don't know if they made it easier to spend money. They just made it prettier while you were spending your money.
Yes, while you're promoting listings or setting up any of that stuff.
They wallpapered the bathroom.
I did. Yes, exactly. I didn't really see anything. I'm looking over at it. I'm scrolling through here real quick.
Yeah, I didn't notice much of anything other than they broke the send offer thing for a little while. It might still be broke. I don't know.
I said
where you
some
couldn't
offers
send
yesterday.
a 5% offer anymore. Well, it told you 5% is a minimum, but it was every time you tried to send a 5% offer, it was broken and it wouldn't send. I think.
Oh, really?
I actually heard. Where did I hear it? Did I hear it from Happy Heart Treasures? I heard it from somebody. I don't remember who, and I don't want to give credit to the wrong person, but yeah, I heard that to send the 5% offer. You actually have to put 0.5.
Oh, like really?
If you want to send 6%, you put 0.6. It just wasn't accepting a single digit. You had to have 2 digits.
See, I don't usually send offers that usually a 10% is the very minimum that I would ever send. Most of the time, if I'm sending an offer, it's 20%, 25%, something like that.
We send 5% pretty regularly because we're not doing it for the discount to get them to come back. It's a little bit of a discount, but we're doing it more as a nudge. Hey, don't forget you looked at this.
Yeah, I will. That's when I will use a 5%. But you're already at the low end of pricing anyway, so you don't have tons of margins to do. Not that I'm at the high end, but yeah, I can do a 20% off and still give a good discount to somebody. Yeah, depending on the item, but not much in the summer seller update.
No.
That's noteworthy. I guess probably one of the topics that people are talking more about is the shipping. The USPS is raising the shipping rates again, July 14th. So when does this come out? This comes out July 8th. So,
well, they had one update already. They already had one price increase go through on the 1st. Was it the 1st
of July?
They did it.
One on July 1st and one on July 14th. Yeah.
Yep.
The July 1st had a lot of the priority and ground advantage stuff that was going up. The increases vary by weight and zone. I'm kind of reading this off of the thing. And then the July 14th had more with eBay standard envelopes and media mail stuff. Media mail increasing 9.9%.
A lot of it went up quite a bit. It was a pretty substantial price increase on shipping, but I don't like. There's a ton of talk about it, but I never get it. In any business, whether you're in, just selling your own goods online or you're selling on eBay or you run an e-commerce store, it doesn't matter. If you're selling online and you have shipping, you're passing that on to your customer anyway. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's 100% a non-issue until the point where customers are like, okay, we're just not buying anymore.
Yes. And there's
I don't
not
see
really
that
a choice,
Yeah, that isn't going to happen. Where are they going to go to the mall?
So and the malls are just sad. I miss the 80s. I miss the 80s mall, the late 80s, early 90s when I do that. Cause when I was younger, that's what you did is you went to the mall and you hung out. You weren't going there to buy anything. You were just going
I hated
there.
The mall.
You were probably driving because they didn't have like hitching posts to hitch your horse to when you got there, or lots of tractors in the parking lot. But no, when I was a kid, there was game rooms. There was, Spencer
I got a knife
Gifts.
pulled on me in the mall one time. I hate the mall. I've never liked the mall.
You got a knife pulled on you at the mall?
I did by a teenage girl because she didn't like my pants because I had all kinds of rips in my pants and she made fun of them. And I said something to her and she didn't like it. She pulled a knife on me.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't like your pants.
Yeah. Screw them all.
So were they the back then, that style comes in and goes out with all the rips in it. Were you a parachute
they were like
pants
Kevin's
guy?
jeans. Yeah. They were like stonewash, ripped up jeans, but they were made that way, And this was in the late 90s, mid to late 90s.
Okay. So that style had been in and been out and maybe back in again by then.
Yeah,
or were you just like behind the times in fashion?
No, I was fine. Like I was just wearing pants. I didn't have a problem with nobody. I just wanted to go to the mall and get something, and I had to wear pants. That's the law. And then she didn't like the pants I picked, I guess. And she said something about it, and then I said something back to her, and she was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like,
"Man,
okay, you don't like my pants? Rough crowd."
Your mall was a lot different than my mall, and back in the day, you didn't have to worry about going to the mall. And, well, I didn't anyway. With someone, now people are shooting up people at malls, and hell, they're setting up bombs and blowing up malls. But
that's why I don't like people.
Yeah,
back in the people by themselves are fine, because if she had been like at our house, she wouldn't have done that. No, she wouldn't have done that. She just happened to be with 12 of her dumbest friends. And when you get together with 12 of your dumbest friends, you do dumb crap.
Well, I've been there. I can say I've been there. And it was a lot less than 12. A lot less than 12 friends that I was out doing some dumb stuff with.
This is why people suck. That's why I don't like malls.
But so
you know where she's
shipping
at now.
update.
She's probably a crazy cat lady at home whining about fireworks now. So take that. Ah. Okay, back on topic.
Okay, well, shipping updates anywhere from 4 to 10%. They're going up. They're always going to go up. You had said it. It doesn't really affect you. I have to go in because I use.
It doesn't affect anybody. We're all gonna pass it through.
Well, you're going to pass it through. The only way it affects
you is how hard it is for you to pass through. That's it, really, right?
Yes. And they make laxatives for that. To help.
It's called Tony sauce.
Well, no, actually, it would be chili sauce with the beans, and that's. No, I have to go in. I use shipping policies in my thing, and I do like a flat rate on anything under a pound, and I have a flat rate of 4, 8, 12. The breaks 1 pound, and so I'll have to look at these new rates and go in and adjust my shipping policies. Where we were talking, you're straight calculated on everything, so that's not really going to.
Yeah, we don't talk about it a lot on our channel with being straight calculated because we don't recommend it for a lot of people.
Okay.
But for us, because we're pretty much center of the US, when we're shipping things and we're seeing what they paid off calculated versus what we pay for the actual label, we're pretty close. Like calculated is the reason people don't use calculated is because it overinflates the price and they're not competitive. Our calculated is pretty spot on all the time.
Well, you also have that advantage.
You're part of our discount.
You're in the Midwest, though. You're kind of in the center. So going East Coast or West Coast is pretty even. I'm more, not on East Coast, but shipping out west, shipping to California, Arizona, Oregon, all of those states. It can get pretty pricey.
I think that's why calculated works for us is because of where we're at. I think if we were on one coast or the other, it gets the further the distance is, the more calculated is not close. The more it overinflates. But for us being in the center, it's usually I think we took about 90 days of tweaking and messing with our percentage that we pass on.
Yeah.
So we were profitable, or not profitable, but not losing money on our shipping. And we pass on our discount, a percentage of that discount. We don't pass on the whole thing because you still have to pay fees on your shipping.
Yeah, we had talked. We did a show. I don't know. Go back in our episodes and find it. We did a show because I did see some people talking about that and the rate increase and how they were just going to do calculated and then pass along their whole discount for pass along their whole discount so they would be competitive. And I think, in that episode, we had kind of talked a little more extensively with some numbers. It's a loss. It's a loss on shipping.
Yeah, imagine all you sold was
every single package.
These little trinket boxes that went in a little 5x5 box. The cheapest you're going to get for shipping is what, in a $5 range?
Yeah, $4 to.
And now it's probably even it's going up from there. You're probably going to be paying closer to $5 or $6.
Yeah.
Well, at $5 a package, we're shipping about 80 packages a week, if not more. That's at $5 a package, your lowest package price. That's over 20 grand you're going to pay fees on.
Yeah.
Not passing that whole discount on. That's like over 2 grand you'd lose at the end of the year that you'd be in the hole for, that you're not getting back because you passed on the full thing. So it adds up fast, and we don't ship just $5 packages. I mean, we ship a lot of more expensive packages, so it's way bigger than that even.
So, you opened my eyes to that because I had first heard that you could go in and pass along your discount so you would be competitive and you would, the customer would get that USPS commercial rates. And it's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that. And then you brought that to my attention and we talked about that it's a loss. It
adds up so fast.
And then it depends on how you look at it. At that point, you have to start looking at it as a marketing out of your marketing budget. If you have a marketing budget, it has to be out of that to say, I am going to consciously lose money on every package that I ship by passing along my full discount. I don't want to say every single package. That's a little, because it's not every single one, but it is 99.
It is every single one.
That you lose.
If you pass on your exact discount, the whole entire percentage, and they pay what you pay, then you pay fees.
Yeah.
It's every single package.
Well, I guess so. And, I guess, everybody's business model is different. I'm doing something similar to you, where in my calculated rates, I am adding, I only give a percentage of the discount. And, I've worked at that and I've tweaked that to see where does it seem like it kind of tips that scale a little bit. And
it took a little planning to get there, but we found a percentage that works for us.
The shipping policies, I will have to go in because my lower tier, I do a flat rate on anything that's less than a pound. And so with these new rate changes, I need to go in and change my flat rates. So I guess I give that to a tip if there's anybody that's a new reseller or gonna thinking about reselling, is look into the shipping policies, because when I first changed over, because I didn't know about them, and when I had to go in and change all of my shipping policies, start shipping policies, I had to go find all of those products in my listings. Now, at that time, I probably had, around 800 listings. And it was a daunting task. It took me quite a while. I would do it like in segments. I would say, okay, let's go try to find all of the packages that are 0 to 4 ounces or whatever. Now that I have done that, it's very easy for me to go in to my shipping policies, change a rate, and it's going to hit all of those products globally.
Well, there's one thing that's not going away. The USPS is going to change their prices every year, at least once, if not twice a year.
Yes.
They have since I started in e-commerce 10 years ago. Like they've always raised their prices. So you're always going to be messing with those.
Yeah.
So make it as easy on yourself as you can and set up policies. For us, we just don't even think, like, whenever they change prices and YouTube explodes with people talking about having to go in and reset up all their shipping, we just kind of shake our heads because we're calculated. We don't even think about it. Like USPS,
you don't have any.
Yeah, we don't have to do anything. Like it just stays. It is what it is. Now that for a minute, like, we might not be competitive because everybody's still on their old pricing with their old flat rates and they're losing money on shipping. So they're very competitive compared to us the day or two after, until they realize they're losing money and they go switching theirs. And then all of a sudden we're back in the game. But we've never, like, even this weekend, like, it was a crazy weekend, but it comes and goes. It all averages out.
My sales, we're not going to talk about my sales because I haven't had many, and that's self-inflicted with listing, not getting stuff listed, and mostly because something else I wanted to talk about. I talked last week how I've been doing some storage unit clean out stuff, and so I'm trying to get that. I'm still trying to get that balance of eBay, of working in the storage unit stuff, of doing the whatnot shows and things. But what I'm finding out about the storage units is, well, number one, I'm not suggesting this as a vocation for anybody, but if you wanted to be an identity thief,
oh yes,
go out and purchase a storage unit. I had talked last week about finding and shout out to Pete, Craigslist Hunter. He is alive and well as far as we know. We kind of maybe intimated or hinted that something might be wrong with Pete, but shout out to him.
Did what?
Intimated.
We didn't do anything intimate with Pete. I need to look something up because I don't think that means what we think it means.
But let me see. Intimate to communicate delicately and indirectly, or hint at something.
Whew,
we intimated that maybe that we had. We weren't intimate with.
This show was going downhill fast.
Well, it is, but so here's going to even go further downhill, Corey, because in this newest storage unit that I'm looking at, I found my first. Well, anyway, here, okay, so I'm going through this, and it's mostly all junk, right? It's mostly all nothing of worth. Worth finding some little this and that. I open up this one box, and it's like, okay, here we go. There is a Pokemon tin. Okay, looks a little older. Pokemon tin, and I'm thinking, perfect. Okay, now I've hit on to something. In my head, I'm already going through, like, I'm going to open up this Pokemon tin, and there's going to be, vintage, first gen Pokemon cards, and somebody, is a player. Who knows? Maybe even sealed packs in there. And so I bring it over and I set it open, and I open the lid, and it's like my first, let's say, adult toy or whatever. Adult, complete with strap-on harness is all in there. So you got the actual accoutrement for the harness is in there, and which then I had to chuckle about. Okay, where more appropriate to keep that than in the Pokemon and the Pokemon tin. It's so
we definitely went downhill here.
It was so that was funny. I just, because I see other people talking about it, or they'll put the questions, have you ever found any adult things, or what's the weirdest thing that you've ever found? And at the
what was the lady's name that owned this storage unit? Did you find her mail? Was her name Peg?
Okay, no, it was I get that.
We may have to end it right here.
No, because you had asked, did I find the person's name? Okay, so that was funny to find a Pokemon tin. But I was talking about identity theft. I found this in one of the units. So now I'm online. Google is probably going to send people to my house because I'm searching on how to pick a lock, because there's no keys or whatever. How to pick a fire safe box, how to get into this stuff. And so I went down the whole route of, you get this thing and you get your bent paper clip and you can just go across the little things. And so I'm trying to, and then I thought, well, okay, I don't have keys for this, so I don't really need to save it. So now I started to find other videos on how to break the lock. And so, I was able to just get a screwdriver in there and pry this thing out and bend it and stuff. So anyway, it is open. But this is just what's amazing. So I have this box right here. So I open it up. I don't want to show like people's paperwork, but I do want to show probably the best find that I've ever had in anything. And so it's cool with these things. But in this is just all kinds of paperwork. I have this person's, if I were that way, if I wanted to be an identity thief, tax records, W-2s, legal documents. Here is, well, let me see from the backside. The driver's license, an old driver's license is in there. And this was like the last one that just expired. So most everything is still current on here.
Well, you're not going to get a loan in their name, that's for sure, because they couldn't even pay for their storage unit.
They could, yeah, exactly. There's a, and then it's like, what's this going to be? And it was a diploma. A diploma. So I have this person's, like, everything. So I'm digging through the box. Jill and I actually, I waited till she was here, when she was over, so that we could kind of have some excitement of, what's in this box. And so we broke the lock open, and I'm going through everything paper by paper, and I'm seeing what's in here. And then I get to the bottom of the box, and I pull out this.